Welcome to the Fun Time Happy Gaming Couple.
I'm Dr. XP.
And I'm Psychogator.
This is a special retrospective episode of the Fun Time Happy Gaming Couple.
Yeah, so we accidentally recorded our episodes, but we didn't test our mic. I didn't test our mic. And so we went to edit them. We had game sound, but no commentary, which is fun. We like our commentary.
Yeah, you missed some really nice repartee. I must say, we were in rare form that evening.
So when I hear repartee, I keep thinking of repertoire.
They're similar words.
I learned a new vocabulary. Oh, anyway, right here we try to go into the city, and something stops us.
We were pushed away by a man in a nifty hat.
Yeah, so he's kind of, you can see the text there. He's describing that there is a seal around the town, and you're going to see that this seal keeps monsters out.
I'm sure you guys aren't monsters.
So yeah, and Handpan's like, oh, I must have triggered the device.
But the thing is, Handpan, he's so cute. He's not a monster.
He's not a monster. He's a pet, right?
He's a wind mouse.
Yeah, he's just a little pet. So he's like, hey, and then they have a plan of, okay, maybe you can bypass the security. He is not a pet.
Yes, he is not a
pet. He is a partner. So anyway, I think they're going to figure out a way, like, how can Handpan get inside the town? And they try to bypass the system by disguising him with Jack.
Yeah, putting him in a pocket.
Yeah. So, I guess it kind of makes sense. I guess it's like maybe a metal detector if it's, maybe if you have like a screw embedded in your leg or something like that or whatever. Surgical screw. Not that I would know from experience. Maybe it would detect it. Anyway.
Ooh, security's been beefed up since abductions.
So there's been some abductions going on, which is never a good thing. I mean, we're here for the statue and to get the Demon Queen's heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but as you can see now, we can go freely in and out of the city. So talk to some of the denizens of Saint Centour. And we have the bald gentleman. Now, one thing is very important. We must check barrels, right?
Yes. Psychogator loves to check barrels. We also saved here. Once again, I will complain about the long loading times.
I don't have much to say about that. But, it's nice to have saving options. So, there might be some boring barrel going on here. Anyway, so, I want to discuss, what happens.
Oh, see, now here is where you were wondering, okay, if we throw Handpan at a barrel, can Handpan discover the
That's
treasure?
right, and we've discussed, there's no way we can know unless we find a barrel that has treasure. So we threw Handpan at each treasure.
And then walked up to each treasure
until we found a treasure right there. We found it. 100 Gala, which we
Handpan doesn't work.
Yeah, and we were really low on money, so 100 Gala is useful. And instead of checking the whole town, I was actually able to
tear himself away
and go inside one of the buildings to talk to the people in the pub. So here we find about some ruins to the east,
to the north and to the east.
Yeah. So when we were playing, I thought they were talking about the Eller ruins, but they're actually talking about something in addition to that.
Yeah, because I was getting my east and my west confused. I'm not good with directions.
Right.
But as it does happen, I believe there are some Elwa pyramids to the east as well.
I think there are. I think there's more than one on this little island or continent that we're on. So what's interesting, that guy you saw there, he says no one's taking the abduction seriously, and as we'll see soon, it's because the people who are being abducted
all reappear.
They're reappearing, and they're seeming normal. They just don't have any memory of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a cool little storyline here, and they actually go into pretty good detail.
Are they really abductions or fugue states?
Could be. Yeah, so I think this lady was abducted. Yeah, they were abducted.
Yeah. I have no memory of what happened.
Now, if you notice, there are some treasures in the top left that we cannot get to for whatever reason. So I guess we'll just have to never know what's inside those. I like the colors of the roofs.
It's a very pretty color. I feel like I would like that color on a roof in real life.
Are there blue shingles in real life?
I'm sure there are.
Nice, crest graph. I believe we have 5 crest graphs at this point.
We had a few.
Yeah, there wasn't any in Baskar Village with the...
And he refused to believe that there was no
back way
there.
I don't know, it just seemed like there was.
Ancient days.
So that's the other ruin, the Cage Tower, and it was used to capture monsters. So
that's how we get the technology
Right, it's an ancient technology, probably used from the 1,000-Year War to metal demons or whatever.
Mean dog.
Here is a dog that does not want to let us get that treasure, or to check that second barrel.
Very mean dog.
I don't know if I'm more upset about the treasure or the fact that I can't check that second barrel. I'm sure it's full of goodies. And here we actually want to do a little bit of gearing up.
Because we have not done that in quite some time,
Yeah.
because we are broke.
Which surprised, I thought since we didn't buy hardly any gear in Basker Village, we should have been set here. But no, we can't even afford stuff, everyone. We're going to like find some more gold and do some selling.
So we got this for Rudy.
Yeah, and we get benefits. Look, they're each more than 10 at least.
That was 17.
Yeah, it actually is a nice, pretty benefit for Cecilia, even though I really don't use her physical attacks.
But it's nice to have that option.
Oh yeah, because it also helps her counterattacks, and counterattacks seem to be pretty good here. I think luck, possibly luck and response affect counterattack. So here we're just doing a little bit of inventory stuff and selling things. I'm not sure if we're talking more this way than we were in the other game, or less.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of hard to remember exactly what we were talking about. What was our reasoning? Why were we looking at the Mist Blazer?
Yeah.
I think it had something to do with the mystic ability.
We were checking some mystic abilities to see, I was, in my mind, I was trying to think, okay, do we want to sell this even if it's not useful now? Might we use it later?
See, now I can't remember now what the Mist Blazer did.
It, oh gosh, I want to say it cast Reflect.
Yes, cast Reflect, and...
Which, I'm assuming I know what Reflect is. I believe Reflect reflects spells.
Did we decide that was relatively useless?
I think we did, but I wanted to keep it just in case, because we decided that we're not facing any monsters that use magic very frequently. Right now, most of the monsters are doing physical attacks and the brutal attacks or whatever.
Right about here is where we're realizing how broke we are.
Yeah. You can start thinking about it again.
Getting rid of that sun poncho.
But yeah, sorry this takes a little bit long with the shopping. And I really, I was complaining saying maybe we're poor on money because we bought those Andos, but Andos are pretty cheap.
Yeah, they don't sell for much.
So I don't know what's up with the money situation.
Maybe we should be doing more grinding. Maybe,
but so far we haven't really died, so.
Oh no.
Anyway, oh yeah, I'm having you. Dr. XP is checking the Magnus robe there, and I don't think it.
The Magus robe doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but I don't think I was patient enough.
You're never patient enough.
The Masenga is that one. It actually sells for 2,000 Gela, but I don't know. It increases your luck, which I know luck is useful for Jack when he has to learn a new fast draw technique.
And we were also talking here about how you can change things in the middle of battle, I think.
Right. Yeah. So the Moonstone and some other items nullify poison, removes poison. We haven't tested it, but we want to test that if a character is poisoned and then at their turn of battle, if you equip the Moonstone, will it remove the poison? Because if that's the case, then hey, we might as well get rid of our Andos and just use that.
As well.
But I don't know if that's the case. And of course, there will be a sacrifice of some defense or whatever you have at the time.
Barrels, barrels, barrels.
Oh, here we get introduced to Calamity Jane.
Well, we hear about Calamity Jane.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The first time we hear her name in the game, so we don't know a lot about her, but apparently she's someone who is interesting. If this person wishes he could have met her.
Bit famous, and we discussed briefly whether or not there was an actual Calamity Jane.
And here we are excited to find a magic guild.
Yes, look at all those crest grafts.
I'm surprised that they do this, but I'm also happy they don't charge gold or Gela to use the magic guild.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. You can really, you can play around with it. If you want to try something and try something else, you're free to. I really like the magic system in this game. It's not completely like it, but it's kind of like Final Fantasy X, where with the sphere grid, if any of you guys are familiar with that, you can kind of choose what spells you get.
But this is so much more straightforward.
Yeah, and that one you have locked spheres and all kinds of stuff that you have to wait. This one you pretty much said, hey, you have 16 spells, pick which ones you want, and you get the crush grass. It has nothing to do with your level. It's just where you find these items. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah, but it's still only one person.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it nice.
Then
I don't really know I can't think of any other games that are like that, but I think it's a pretty cool ability. It's actually not too dissimilar maybe from D&D. Well, no, it is. So it's D&D, you still have to level up and get more spells.
You still have to level up, but you can pretty much choose whichever ones you want, so long as you prepare them.
Right. So it's kind of like preparing the spell, I suppose. It's prepared on your graph.
So looking at the things that we are choosing, I think there's probably a few things I would have done differently.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The Awaken was a very good choice.
Yes. Yes.
Because you never know.
I think
even though we haven't had an issue, I'd rather be prepared.
I think we chose 3 dark and 2 white. I might have reversed that because I do wish we would have got holy.
You know what? I don't think it mattered.
It really didn't. Well, no. we won't try to spoil that too much. We'll get into that actually in the next episode. So we'll see why I was hoping for the holy. I'm really still not sure if it would have mattered or not. Anyway, so there's 2 white spells. One says infuses your weapon with holy power, and the other one infuses your weapon with dark or evil power. And it basically makes your weapon have an elemental attack for holy or dark.
We got shield here for physical defense, although we talked about should we do magical defense instead, but once again came to the conclusion, we're not really encountering that many magical beings at this point.
Right. And of course I wasn't sure if I wanted to rename it or not. But we did get one spell that lets you, I think it lets you cast darkness on your enemy. Did we do that already? Did I miss that?
Well, so far we've done Awaken, Shield, and Freeze, which you were about to rename to Ice.
Yeah, no reason specifically to said Ice.
I didn't think either way you're communicating the point.
Yeah, well, this will give me the chance to say Ice. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Blind all enemies.
That's the one that you were dorky.
Yeah, I get excited about that one. Oh, and this is a fun one. So this is attack is called Valkyrie, and you see it says a spiritual attack random. So in essence, it's not a spiritual like holy attack. It uses a random element and it attacks. I want to say 7 times
with bubbles.
Yeah, with bubbles, and it's a random element. So you might get like 5 bubbles of fire, and then 1 of lightning, 1 of ice. Or you might get 1 of each, and if the monster is weak to that element, there's a chance that you could, do more damage. But it is kind of a crapshoot of which element you're getting. But it's fun. It also hits all enemies, but once again at random.
Man, we're really stacking up on the the black magic spells.
Yeah, we are. We're doing pretty good.
We're going for number 8 here.
Is this where we do blind?
This is where we do blind.
Ah, yes. So I kind of wanted the earth magic. But really, we're not using a guide, so I don't know what monsters are weak to what. We have to kind of trial and error.
Yeah, we need a monster manual of some sort.
Well, we could look one up. It's kind of fun to play blind, I guess, but not nearly as efficient. So it's called Flash. That is not the best name for a spell that you quote something.
There's nothing wrong with
Put
Barry
your fingers in front of your face. Give a little yell.
Whatever.
Where are we going with it, viewers?
I don't know where you're going with it. And here's where you weren't sure how to spell flare. Whether we're talking a flash of light or like a flare for business or something. I don't know.
It's just a little trick I learned from Tien. That is such a useful, cheap ability in that Dragon Ball Z. Alright, and then we have the Armsmeister, which we would love to use, but
we are
he is expensive.
Who's got 3,000 Gala?
Not us. But, our hand cannon is still doing pretty darn good. So here we go look for some more. Oh, and there we see a statue.
You want to look at the statue, but it takes a while to get there because somebody wants to look at barrels.
And that NPC there was talking about Arctica. And if you later on we'll take a look at the map, we're actually pretty far north on the continent or the planet, whatever. And I'm pretty sure we're at the same latitude as Arctica, so that might be why they're talking about it. But yeah, we read a book about Arctica being destroyed, and this person also said it was destroyed like overnight, and they're thinking demons were to blame.
It was like way back in Adelheid.
Yeah, and anyway,
guy with the hat.
We're thinking that little opening scene at the beginning of the game.
The
duplicator. Yeah, so this guy is guarding the duplicator.
Yes, as he tells us all about its wonderful powers, and then tells us to leave because I'm sorry. This fabulous thing that we have, you aren't allowed to have it. Go away.
One thing I noticed, it's a very informed town. We'll find out in a second that they know that statue is special, but also, I don't know, they're just proud of the knowledge,
Well, I mean, they happen to know how to have a demon shield around their town. That's useful.
Pretty advanced place. There we have a little kitty cat and a person telling us about the cage tower again. So we keep hearing about that. I wonder if we're going to end up going there. Yeah, we're going to end up going there. It's pretty obvious.
Which is a giant cage.
Which is a fun thing. If a lot of JRPGs, anything that's mentioned, it might not be directly pertinent to the main quest of the game. But if something is mentioned in the game, the writers put it in there for a reason, and you can usually find out about it, explore it, and do something about it. Unlike a lot of books where they mention stuff that's a rabbit trail that never gets resolved.
Well, here's a mention of the teleportation device that brought us here in the first place.
Which is powered by, this is the life force, which I guess is what the Kiss on Fire is. Got a few apples there. And here we have some more barrels. There's lots of barrels here. See, and that is why we check for barrels. See how you went behind that building? That's what I thought about. Oh, there's a mean dog again.
That's a different building.
I know, but the fact that you can go behind it made me wonder. And I think we might... Nope. I didn't know if we were going back to the shop to try to buy Rudy's armor.
Nah, not yet.
Check out the inn. It's just a guy that reloads the ammo. There's typically always an ammo reload person right next to wherever you can find an inn at.
Oh yeah, there's a treasure there.
Oh, that is fine. So that's at least 3 people that we know have been abducted. But yeah, there's a treasure, and we just
we're stuck.
Can't get to it. So we'll try that again later. There's another doggy there in my way. Oh, and another apple. I think
quite a few apples.
Just have a few more of the few more buildings and things to check out. And once again, another person apparently a duplicator has a common knowledge. That seems like it's a child. Maybe it's like like a museum. Like hey, here, like Fort Knox. We all know there's gold there, if there is gold there. But anyway, it's not like it's a secret, but it's guarded.
Like the Declaration of Independence.
I want to watch National Treasure now.
That's a good movie.
I like Droopy Face.
Sean Bean always does.
Cage. Get it?
Key to the Cage.
We're talking about Nicolas Cage. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
This is so the mayor or the sheriff or something, he is concerned about the abductions and says some people who have been abducted or whatever have been found near the tower cage, and he wants us to go check it out and find out what's going on. I guess he thinks
Psycho Gator tried to read somebody's diary there. He's trying to talk so you don't realize that.
Yeah. Nice barrels.
That was a very nice barrel.
That was a nice barrel. Oh, here we have a nice little lass.
I'm sorry. I was injured as a child. I'm blind.
I wonder what happened.
Don't know.
I think you're cooking.
But now she has a wonderful ability to tell if you're good or bad from the sound of your voice.
So you're Dr. XP, you're a doctor. Is that true? If some senses are lost, can your other senses become stronger?
Do you suddenly acquire an ability to detect someone's aura by sound? No.
I'm not talking about like any type of chakra or whatever.
Well, I mean, you can get, you're less distracted by other senses, and so you might develop them a bit more.
Okay.
But you're not going to suddenly gain super hearing. You're just going to learn how to sort the hearing you do have better.
Fair enough.
Did you know that if you have normally wear glasses and then you take off the glasses, that your sense of hearing is impaired?
Really? That's interesting. I did not know that. I mean, I heard about people like the Bat Boy or whatever, where he's blind and he can make clicking sounds and use echolocation somewhat.
Also, if you're naked, your hearing diminishes. Probably because you feel uncomfortable.
Well, that's fair. That could just be part of the whole fight or flight type thing. Anyway, so what was happening there while we were yammering on, she was letting us know about her personality. She said that Rudy looks like he had some bad experience, but he seems a very gentle soul. Jack is kind, but...
guarded or something?
Yeah, something like that. I wasn't... Sorry. And then
Cecilia is a powerful woman.
Yes, powerful woman, blah, blah, blah. And we used Cecilia's pocket watch
to see if maybe we could reset this puzzle and figure it out, but then we realized that the abductee is standing in the way.
Yeah, so we realized here, hey, there's no way to solve this without moving him.
Also, another thing that we kind of glazed over is that we were not able to get near the statue. They prevent us from going near the statue. Yeah, there's a guy right
there, and he actually says that the statue contains a piece of the Demon Queen's heart, and no one gets allowed near it.
All this stuff they're telling us about, they won't let anyone near.
So here we go back to our shop to get our chain cloak, but as you see, we are still
missing the survive key.
Yeah, just a little under 400 yellow short. But here, we're thinking about what should we sell. Try to sell the antidotes, realize
antidotes are cheap.
And then we realized, hey, I never actually sold the Magus robe.
And it does nothing with Mystic.
And there we go. We're good to go. So we get Rudy some more defense there from 62 to 81, so 19 extra.
Not the survive key, chain cloak.
Chain cloak, thank you. Yeah, so here I sell the armor vest, and I was thinking about possibly organizing all the Mystics items together, but I like to use the arrange function a lot, and that would pretty much ruin any organization I did.
Yeah.
I think did I already organize the spells? Maybe I'll do that later. I can't remember. Anyway, so I think we're just about towards the end of the episode. Yeah, we're just about to wrap it up here. We still got a little bit of stuff to do, and then we'll discuss our next episode. But I can't quite remember. This is where we wrap it up of what we're doing. We're doing apples. Apple time.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was some debate about who gets.
Is this a power
apple?
I think this might be
the vitality.
The vitality apple. Yeah. Yeah. I think we ended up giving it to Jack there. And we give the power
Jack gets
apple.
The power apple because we wanted to get him to triple digits.
Did we give it to Jack?
Pretty sure we did.
I can't remember. I guess we'll find out here in a second.
And then we said the next one.
Oh, you're right. We did. And we definitely give the agile apple to Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy needs it. He's
slow as mud.
So slow.
Yeah, even with haste, I think some of the monsters are faster than him. But yeah, so anyway.
He's a gawky, ungainly teenager.
So what's going to happen now? We're going to head towards the Cage Tower to find out what's going on with the abductions. And there we'll end it. So we'll see you guys next time. This is the Funtime Happy Gaming Couple. I'm Saku Gator.
I am Dr. XP. Thank you for this retrospective look.
Alright, bye guys.
Later, Gator.